हे गाइस व्हाट्स अप। तो अगर आप लोगों को नहीं पता है, अभी अभी परप्लेक्सिटी प्रो, यू कैन गेट परप्लेक्सिटी प्रो फॉर फ्री इफ यू हैव एन एयरटेल सिम, एंड दैट मीन्स अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव नाउ क्लेम्ड परप्लेक्सिटी प्रो. Here's my problem with that. Most of them don't know how to use it properly, and that's fair क्योंकि perplexity has a lot of features. Unlike what a lot of people believe, it's not just a copy of chat gpt. Let me just show you what exactly it can do. क्या क्या उसमें differences है, what are the different kind of things that you can do with perplexity, and how you can take the most advantage of this free 1 year plan that you've got. ठीक है, तो perplexity का interface खोल लेते हैं. Okay, so this is what the perplexity interface looks like right now. So here's what we'll do, ठीक है. I will take you through these icons one by one, and then we'll test them out. Now, अभी जो स्टार्टिंग में सर्च आइकॉन है, सर्च आइकॉन इज जस्ट बेसिक सर्च, राइट? थिंक ऑफ इट एज गूगल बट विथ चैट जीपीटी. Now, here's the thing. Chat GPT itself has a search feature. How is this search feature different? Here's the answer. It's not. This is one feature जो almost exactly chat GPT जैसा है. But the thing is, परप्लेक्सिटी बना ही सर्च करने के लिए है, एंड चैट जीपीटी का एक फीचर है सर्च करना. परप्लेक्सिटी इज मोर अ कंपेटिटर टू गूगल देन इट इज टू चैट जीपीटी. थिंक ऑफ इट लाइक दैट. नाउ ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन आस्क इट something like who is Man Jadwani, and it'll give you a, it'll look you up, give you a really nice answer. Tech professional itself, the most prominent Man Jadwani. The most prominent Man Jadwani is a technology professional based in Mumbai, Maharashtra. He currently serves as head of tech at Dead Circle. Yeah. So it'll find all of this data. There are a couple of other Man Jadwanis on the internet, of course, and there is some that is going to NIF. Bro, what are you doing? Uh, and there are like, of course, this competitive cubing record is mine. Now, here's the thing. Perplexity will always look up the internet before giving you an answer. ChatGPT sometimes might give you an answer from memory. So if you're looking for latest up-to-date information, Perplexity is a very good place for beginners because yes, you can do searching in ChatGPT, but the thing is, it will not always look up the internet, right? And you have to always ask it to do it. And usually, the people who have just gotten into AI do not understand what's happening on the screen that much. So it is better कि you can just open up Perplexity when you're just looking up latest news. It will also give you sources. तो it is showing me कि ये source से निकाला है. So here's my LinkedIn, my Instagram. Here's the other Manjadwani's LinkedIn. Here's my YouTube. Um, wait, what? Rocket Reach पे मेरा नंबर क्यों है? Okay, I don't think they have my phone number. Right? Yeah, that's good. ठीक है. I have a Rocket Reach account. That's pretty good. ठीक है. Um, WCA. So all of these sources are there. There are other Manjadwanis also as well. Now, that's the basic feature. That's the most basic thing that Perplexity can do, and that's the only feature that people use. But wait for it. In this same place, there is this feature. Now, this is a model selector. Um, if you don't know, अलग-अलग जो chat interfaces होते हैं, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, all of them are based on different AI models. And this has a list of models to choose from. Claude, GPT 4.1, Gemini 2.5 Pro, Grok 4, O3. Now it does not give you access to all of the models like Access All GPT would, but it does. give you access to a bunch of cool models. So Sonar is a specialized searching model made by Perplexity themselves. तो आप जब सर्च कर रहे हो, Sonar is very good. Claude 4 Sonnet is a very good coding model as well as a very good thinking model. इसलिए नीचे रीजनिंग वाला ऑप्शन भी है क्लॉड सोनेट थिंकिंग. Gemini 2.5 Pro is also very good at agentic tasks and coding. And it's the same for GPT 4.1. GPT 4.1 is more better for coding than it is for anything else. Now that is a summary of what you would use when you're, using Perplexity. Let's say you're making a report. I would probably recommend you use either Grok 4 or O3. By the way, जो R1 लिखा है that is DeepSeek R1. So you get access to DeepSeek, Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT's GPT 4.1 all-in-one interface, which is pretty cool. But Access all GPT is still better. Now, let's say मेरे को Claude 4 Sonnet use करना है. Here's something that I could do with it. Make a web website for Manjadwani in HTML. I can ask it to do that, and since it is Claude Sonnet 4.0, sorry, what did I just say? Since it is Claude Sonnet 4, it'll actually start writing the code. Any other model would also write the code, but Claude Sonnet is very good at writing the code. While that is happening, मैं एक दूसरे टैब में Perplexity खोल देता हूँ. Let's move to the next thing. Now the other really cool feature जो आप use कर सकते हो, especially as a professional. Let me just check if my camera is still on. Yes. Uh, यहाँ पे ये जो आप बटन देख रहे हो, that looks like an internet icon. You can just click on it, and यहाँ पे there are different sources that you can set. Now you can either have it so that वो overall पूरे इंटरनेट को सर्च करेगा, या फिर ये सिर्फ academic papers को सर्च करेगा. This is in case you're doing scientific research. ये सिर्फ सोशल मीडिया को रिसर्च करेगा. दिस इज इन केस यू आर डूइंग रिसर्च फॉर सोशल मीडिया, मतलब आपको कंटेंट पोस्ट करना है या आपको थोड़ी सी मार्केट रिसर्च करनी है, यू वांट आइडियाज, ऑल ऑफ दैट. फॉर दैट यू कैन यूज दिस. एंड फाइनेंस SEC फाइलिंग सर्च करेगा बिकॉज ऑफकोर्स इज अ यूएस बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर मेड बाय एन इंडियन गाय ऑफकोर्स, बट इट इज अ यूएस बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर, तो ये SEC में सर्च करेगा. सो इन केस if you were based in the US, this would be very useful for just searching those files. Now, here's the thing, right? Even if, let's say you want financial data, right? I can specify in the chat कि मुझे यही वेबसाइट से डेटा चाहिए, and it will usually listen to. So let's say I want data of 5 top com- companies in India. Only use screen Screener as the source. Now, if you guys don't know, Screener is a really good software to find financial data about companies. Hence, a financial expert would want to just use Screener. Now, while that happens, let's go and look at our website. Okay, so you can see इसने अपना पूरा code generate कर दिया. Let me just copy this code and let me just run it in HTML runner. If you are a developer, shut the hell up. मुझे पता है इसको locally भी run किया जा सकता है, but this is just easier. There we go. See, that's not bad at all for like not even having to write a single line of code myself. इसने मुझे एक पूरा साइट जनरेट करके दे दिया. That looks like this. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see. So if you can look at this कि it only use screener as the data source. यहाँ पे sources में आप देख सकते हो screener, and then it has used money controller a little bit, which is fine, but mostly screener ही use किया है. Now आंसर में आप देख सकते हो कि Reliance, HDFC, भारत एयरटेल एंड ये सब आ गया. So pretty useful like that also. Now हमने ये मॉडल्स कवर कर लिए, हमने सर्च कवर कर लिया. फाइल अपलोड इज एग्जैक्टली लाइक चैट जीपीटी. Except you can do one more thing. You can connect to files. You can open up your Google Drive and आप Google Drive में से files pull करा के directly इधर upload करा सकते हो. That's just a cool utility that I'm letting you know. उसके बाद there is the deep research feature. Now, deep research feature is bordering on an agent where basically it goes out and does your work for you. तो मैं एक एग्जांपल दिखाता हूँ. नाउ लेट्स से मुझे आउटपुट में ये जो कंपनीज आई थी, लेट्स से आई वांट टू मेक अ फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्ट ऑन रिलायंस एंड देन आई जस्ट पुट इट इन डीप रिसर्च. नाउ यूजुअली जब आप कोई भी चीज के बारे में फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्ट बना रहे हो और you're doing anything like that, तो you wouldn't just do one search on Perplexity या फिर one search on Google. You would do multiple searches. आप पूरे डेटा को साथ में लाओगे and then you would filter out data from there and then you would output it and format it into a report and give it to someone, right? That is exactly what this research agent does. देखो, while I am just sitting and talking to you, इट इज टेलिंग मी कि अप्रोक्सीमेटली इतना टाइम लगेगा. मैं ये सर्च कर रहा हूँ, मुझे ये वाली सारी सोर्सेज मिली हैं एंड इट इज नाउ आस्किंग मी विच रिलायंस कंपनी एंड व्हाट टाइप ऑफ फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस डू यू नीड. सो लेट्स से आई वांट एनुअल रिपोर्ट. तो मिडवे वो आपको ऐसा कभी कभी क्वेश्चंस पूछेगा टू यू नो solidify your requirements. While that is happening, let me show you another feature that this platform also has. Labs. Now, Labs is perhaps my favorite feature because Labs is first of all really good at research. It is like ChatGPT deep research on steroids. क्योंकि you can make it do very specific things. When you ask deep research to do something, yes, it will search for something and then, it will give you a very comprehensive report, kind of like this deep research is doing. But उसमें क्या होगा? It won't do exactly what you want. What if you have a workflow? What if तुम्हारा वर्कफ्लो ये है कि मुझे यहाँ से डेटा लेना है, उसको इधर डालना है, फिर उसके बाद मेरे को उसको एक वेबसाइट में डाल देना है या मुझे उसको एक एक्सेल फाइल में डाल देना है. दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ वर्कफ्लोज दैट वी यूजुअली डू, राइट? This can do that. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it research a particular thing, have it make a PPT, and have it make a website of it. So I'm going to have it research neuralarc.in and all of its products like tellnova.com, accessallgpt.com, and the founder, and make a website and PPT about it. Now, I'm just letting you guys also know that neuralarc.com is not included because neuralarc.com belongs to someone else. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that. But you just let it know and it'll come up with really good results. So I'm just having it do the work for me. And ये 8 मिनट के आसपास मेरे को अप्रोक्सीमेशन दे रहा है. It's asking me some questions. What's your target and preferred style for website and presentation? Style it just like the will R dot in website. ठीक है. Let's go back. Let's see what happened with research. Okay, look at that. So it's researched close to 51 sources and it is showing me कि ये सारे steps मैंने perform किए in order to do the research, and it has extracted a lot of numbers that might be useful for someone who is doing financial analysis, market analysis. आप प्रोडक्ट रिलीज कर रहे हो, उसके लिए आपको मार्केट साइज एनालाइज करना है. एनी काइंड ऑफ रिसर्च that you're doing, this might be really useful. So this is just like the deep research feature from ChatGPT. Let's wait for this to happen. मेरे को कट लगाना पड़ेगा क्या वीडियो में? Yes, नहीं, कट नहीं लगाना पड़ेगा because while this is happening, we are going to talk about another thing. I don't know कितने loops बनने वाले हैं वीडियो में, but ठीक है. Now there is of course this discover page. Here's where it becomes like a competitor to Google also. Because this is exactly like how the Google homepage would work. And why I don't know पिछले वाले शॉर्ट में मैंने बोला था या ये वाले शॉर्ट में मैंने मेंशन किया है बट Perplexity is more of a competitor to Google than ChatGPT, and I said that because it is actually not trying to replace ChatGPT. In fact, it is using ChatGPT's technology in in its app, right? GPT 4.1. Why it is a competitor to Google is because इंटरनेट पे ना indexes रहते हैं, right? So Google has an index of their own. Now this index is basically a list of all of the websites and data related to those websites. So that is why because Google has that index, आप Google पे कुछ भी सर्च कर सकते हो and वो आपको related चीज दिखा देगा. Now places like ChatGPT, they will use या तो Bing का index या फिर Gemini uses Google's index. And what Perplexity does different is they're making their own index because they feel like me they're trying to be a competitor to Google rather than anything else, and they want to change the experience of how the web works. So that's the whole thing. They've also released a browser Perplexity Comet that basically automates how you browse the web, but वो अभी wait list में है. I don't have access, so I haven't tried out that yet. उसके बाद देर इज दिस स्पेसेस वाला फीचर. अब ये जो स्पेसेस वाला फीचर है इसके अंदर यू कैन बेसिकली मेक फोल्डर्स, एंड वो फोल्डर्स के अंदर यू कैन ऐड इंस्ट्रक्शंस, लिंक्स, फाइल्स. एंड बेसिकली क्या होगा कि आप एक कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करते हो तो आप मल्टीपल चैट्स रख सकते हो, राइट? एंड वो मल्टीपल चैट्स में सबको अगर एक दूसरे का कॉन्टेक्स्ट हो तो इट बिकम्स अ really cool context rich conversation that you can have with the AI. I have tested both out. मैंने परप्लेक्सिटी का स्पेसेस भी ट्राई किया है एंड मैंने चैट जीपीटी का प्रोजेक्ट्स भी ट्राई किए. एंड आई हेट चैट जीपीटी प्रोजेक्ट्स. इट इज सो शिट. ओ माय गॉड. It's not even about the features. First of all, if I make two chats in the same project, why am I not able to refer to the other chat from this chat? Why does that just not work? That should work. And chat gpt, there was a time in between जब chat gpt डाउन गया था, मेरी सारी की सारी प्रोजेक्ट फाइल्स गायब हो गई. I had like 15 projects maintained on ChatGPT projects and they just disappeared. उसके बाद मैंने एक दिन भी चैट जीपीटी प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं यूज किया बिकॉज माई फाइल्स विल जस्ट दे कुड जस्ट डिसअपियर. इट्स जस्ट स्कैरी लाइक दैट भाई. सो यू कैन ट्रस्ट स्पेसेस विद दैट कि आप कोई भी नया प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हो उसकी फाइल्स अपलोड करो, पूरा कॉन्टेक्स्ट अपलोड करो, कीप द चैट्स ऑर्गेनाइज्ड लाइक दैट. Let me see where our agent has reached. Okay, so the agent has created a PPT and it is currently working on building a website. तो ये PPT हम देख लेते हैं. Uh, it has written the code for the PPT. How do I access the PPT? This is what you just open, no? Let me download that. इसको खोल के देखो. Oh, okay. I need a PPT opener. PPT. Yes, I don't have Microsoft PPT downloaded. I don't use. I don't care. View your presentation. Okay. See, if if I had a person working for me and they handed me this, I would throw their laptop in their face. But the thing is कि look at where this is headed, right? Even ChatGPT agent जो इतना limited है कि you have to first of all buy a $20 plan for it, and when you buy the $20 plan you only get 40 ChatGPT agent users a month. वो इतना limited है and it gives you almost the exact same result. And this is still okay, right? It found out that what did it find out? Uh, we make enterprise. Yeah, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. All of this makes sense. Single platform, yes. Nova AI agent, desktop first autonomous AI agent platform, correct. That's what we are working on. That is my profile. That is correct. Advocates, vibe coding, and rapid AI product building. Okay. You know what's interesting about this? ये जो advocates vibe coding है ना, this is from my latest YouTube video. I have no idea how it was able to find that out because the only one time that I have said I advocate vibe coding is in that video. I must have said it in an article or मैं भूल गया हूँगा, but this is very interesting. Market differentiator, India's first localization and pricing community-led growth, correct. Bridge gaps between AI research and practical adaptation, correct. Yes, so, okay. And it found my email, my personal email. Wow. Now you guys have access to my personal email. Let's go. Uh, ठीक है. So this is cool. मतलब it found the data, it put it in a PPT format. It's ugly as hell, but that's fine. Sometimes that's okay. At least I hope it will make a good website. Uh, see, oh, okay, that's not bad. At least from what I saw, yeah, that looks hmm, pretty decent. What happens when I click this? It takes you to access all GPT. That's nice. Yeah. So that was it for today. Hopefully, अब तुम लोग perplexity को properly use करोगे. Thank you so much for watching. Tada. Bye bye.